Live from Philadelphia, this is Good Day.
So they gave the top 15 worst housing markets in the country. 2 from our area. Tied for number 11 was Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Lancaster.
But number 2 in the country, Atlantic City. Yeah, they're having a hard time turning around the housing market.
Apparently,
there.
the cumulative growth from 2005 to 2011, they say it was down 34%.
Yeah. That's not surprising.
Yeah.
But get this, we didn't want to give you such negative news all morning. We have some positive news about the housing market.
You better bring it. We've got mortgage expert Vince Ingwe from Vince Ingwe, Levere's Mortgage Company. Good morning. Thank you for coming in.
Good morning.
Information about our area?
Somewhat.
Some, yes. We've got pockets of good, pockets of bad. Apparently, I guess if you don't want to live in Amish country, you don't want to live in the gambling capital of the world, according to Lancaster and Atlantic City, respectively. But there are certain pockets, and it looks like there's about, if I'm not mistaken, 10 or 11 states which are starting to report some positive gains. Now, I wouldn't get overly excited about it. I know you want me to be positive because we want to see a consecutive period of time of continued growth or continued positive news before I think we can call it a recovery.
Which states, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey, included in the list of some positive things happening?
Yes, there are some good pockets in each of those states. Obviously, and it's all relative too. We were talking about this in the break. Certain areas like Atlantic City, when the bubble was really ballooning up, that was one of those spots where the bubble seemed to be higher in 2006 before it burst. So it's all relative. I mean, how overly priced or how overappreciated, I guess, if you will, was it before the bubble burst? And that's kind of relatively how we're all looking at it right now.
Well, I was out yesterday. There are for sale signs everywhere. So obviously people are going to go ahead and just take the plunge or at least try to sell.
Yeah, I mean, and I think people are getting more and more realistic about what their home is really worth. I mean, a lot of folks have kind of hung their hat on 2005 and 2006 prices. And I think now, 5 years later, everyone realizes it's just a completely different real estate market.
Okay, this is July. So what do you see for the second half of the year? And if you can't say something positive, just get out of here.
All right, I'll talk to you later. No, I think we're going to have very moderate increases, like I said, in certain areas. I mean, most of the Case-Shiller price index, most experts are now saying, and of course this keeps getting pushed back. 2012 is going to be when we start to see some positive. We're not going to get 8, 10, 12% increases in real estate. We're probably likely to see 2 to 4% growth after 2012. So I think between now and the end of the year, probably going to stay about flat, in particular in this area. Mortgage rates obviously are going to drive that one way or the other too. I mean, if interest rates go from the current, which is 4.5%, up to 5.5%, that may also stall things out. So there's a lot of balls in the air, if you will. But most folks seem to think that 2012 is when this thing is going to turn around, nationally speaking.
Friday's going to be interesting when the job numbers come out again this week. Okay, well, recovery's not going to be in the shape of a V.
And do you ever think that, when there for a while, and I was watching all of those shows where people were flipping houses and making so much money, and then we used to have so many authors that would come here on Good Day and talk about how to be a millionaire, it's in your house. I mean, are those days done? Will we ever go back to that, or have we learned and maybe we'll do it differently, I guess?
It's interesting because Wall Street and investors seem to have a short memory. While the pain is still there, they're probably saying to themselves, it's never going to happen. It's never going to get, if you ask me, to the point where you can literally not document anything, get 100% financing, and you're on your way on an investment property. But I do believe that right now, which it's very conservative, the pendulum's going to swing back, but maybe not as aggressive. So
what a novel idea. You'll need to have some money and maybe a job before we'll loan you money for a home.
It worked.
Have to maybe pay back the loan. Yeah, go figure.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
All right, my pleasure.